I just watched the Mario Kart Direct, and this sold me a lot more than originally did. And I'm going to tell you why. There's a lot of little things I noticed in this damn thing. A lot of the songs are being used from here are from previous games. They got a little, an update. You know, they're kind of like revamped, reduxed, remastered. Some kind of differential on a bunch of the tunes that you hear within Mario games or different games, in the matter. There's additional features that we didn't know that now we kind of do know, and it's a really thing that we have to all play. And I'm just gonna hit play, but this thing, it's looking pretty damn good. You know how to unlock your costumes. You know, the maps. A lot of the maps are returning from different games, like Super Mario. You know, Mario Kart from like the Super Nintendo. You know, you got some maps are brand freaking new, and then you got some maps are coming back. You know, from Mario, Super Mario Kart 64. The graphics as well, the depth, and if you look into like the specifications of like right here. Even right here, the bit of detail for a Nintendo game, plus little fucking characters in the bus and shit. You know, because in one place that does have like the buses and all that is Super Mario Kart 64 and that one map, and you're basically on the highway. You got this, you got the cow, right? You got the cow, but the world, like it's kind of have like a foggy effect where, you know, I know Nintendo's kind of hiding the blemishes. And then you got fucking boats. No more underwater bullshit anymore. The costumes they're popping off, you know? You know what I mean? Like this little sand I guess dragon is fucking cool. Now you got dirt bikes, boats, planes. So the fact that we're gonna go real deep in it, it's like holy crap! It's kind of expanding just a tad bit more, and it's awesome. It's completely awesome. Look at this. You get a little boost from a ramp. You can see everything from a distance. You can see another freaking track right there next to you, to a highway, onto you know, a race. You know, I don't know if anybody, you know, are crying about the $80 charge. Nintendo's doing something a bit different. Nintendo is coming up with a new console with newer graphics. You know, let me see. It doesn't show you if you get swallowed. But, you know, you got Donkey Kong looking a bit different. You guys, look at these. Look at these things. So these are like, what, ski boats? You know, jet skis. Oh, look at that. And they transform. So there's some transformation to it. So you see them from cars. And then they go into like motorcycles, mopeds, cars. So we're still transforming. We're still moving around. Now, we're not going upside down. Hopefully not. But it's so fucking cool. The maps look amazing. Stunning. Look at this. Cherry Blossoms and Princess Peach Castle. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. You got that little glaze in the eye and the sky, you know. This one blew me fucking out.
You what?
This one right here looks fucking cool. This is giving me like Super Mario Bros. 3 vibes. When you're into that, you know, that sand dune, the sand world and all that, which is so fucking cool. Look at this thing. This right here looks like it's the jungle era or like something with Pikmin. But this looks cool as well. Then you got Mario Bros. Circuit. You got more view of it at least. And you got the grinding. it's just so amazing, you know what I mean? Like, now, you got Crown City. This is more like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like that mobile game, the Mario Kart World, Mario Kart Tour, you know what I mean? I think this is like one of the tracks that came from that or something. And you know what's cool? Let's take a look back. If you look at the billboards too, Peach D-Force Explorer, Lakitu the Fisherman. You know what I mean? Little details like that, it kind of makes the world feel world, you know what I mean? Rebuild your town, rebuild your home. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking nice. Mario Kart TV, saw that in the top of that building. Salty Speedway. And look at this. This looks crazy. This is nuts. Starting Peak. Her fucking cart looks crazy itself. Now, this right here gave me the Super Mario, the Mario Kart I know from goddamn the Super Nintendo. With the bridges and everything. So we're gonna see like the mist. Look at this. Look at this. Spooky costumes and all that. You got different little ghost boos. Bowser with his mech suit looking like. A factory for Toad. Jeez. The beach. Wario Shipyard. Yo, that, I'm not gonna lie, this one looks pretty damn sick. It has that dark look on it. Let me see. Let's go back to it real quick. So right about right here. It has that real dark, evil look. I'm like, alright. Ship, you know, wrecking ships and all that. Pretty fucking cool. So, we've been talking about all this. Now, imagine in free roam, when you're just driving about finding things. Because they announced it in a certain section of the video, or the direct. It's pretty fucking cool. Now, they show off all, like, the main characters, this and that. Which is alright, cool. I get it. But let's see the new people, right? We got Goomba. Spike. The cow, obviously, right? We went over that. You know, everyone's been over it. But look at all this. Fucking Piranha Plant, the crab, you know. Look at this. Koopa. The baby versions. The Yoshi. Look at that Yoshi, man. That Yoshi looking dripped out. I'm not gonna lie. You got Daisy, Peach, you know, Mario, Luigi. The bird is from, if I'm correct, 3D Land. No, not 3D Land, 3D World. You know, Super Mario 3D World. Oh, yeah, 3D World or something like that. But, look all fucking cool. You know, even Daisy has like some newer animations, do different stuff. The bikes, everything, it's pretty cool because you got bikes, you got motorcycles, you have dirt bikes, the boat. This fucking tube action right here, motorcycle, what the fuck, monster truck. This is giving me a lot of different vibes because I know in the Mario movie they had different versions of stuff too. You know what I mean? Now so you get different colors and all that. And they're not gonna show everything, but there's some cool ones out there. Look at that. The carpet right here, riding on a carpet. Look at that. Waluigi wearing like some mariachi sombrero. Now getting to this Grand Prix, this thing is looking kind of serious, but it's still fucking cool, man. 24 drivers? What are you gonna do about that? 24 drivers, man. 24 drivers going nuts on the road. You got obstacles in the road too. You know, trying to kill you. You got chomp, you know. Jeez. There's a lot. Now, obviously, you're gonna drive between races and all that. But they're fucking massive, man. They're massive. This is nuts. because this is just Grand Prix. Now you're going to be picking up on other things like the other modes, like free roam, the battle royale, not battle royale, the knockout free. Just looking at this stuff, it makes me so happy because I figured Mario Kart will get to this level at one point in time. Updated trophies too, just to pop that. Oh yeah, and then they announced, like, real subtly, if you finish all of them gold or whatever, then you get like some magical rainbow road kind of course. That which is pretty freaking cool. Which is pretty freaking cool. I like that. Now the knockout tour, I do like this too. It's just one big marathon of races. Now this is what I think is going to be something interesting. Like how you're going to get through the onslaught. So you're going to have the 50, the 100, the 150. I don't even know if they're going to go any higher than that. But it's probably going to be a really fun time. This is the most interesting mode of all because, I'm not going to lie, we needed this like ages ago. Because, you know, racing, all that, you want to get first or whatever, but like knockout mode, it's like, alright, we really got to knock you out. Like, it gives you more of a, you want to give more of a beat down in a race than ever. And then it's cool because you got new fucking items in this game too. The new animations. If you see the items, the item block has a new animation. It looks different. It looks clear. The audience is jumping around. You got helicopters and birds flying. It's just nice little attention to detail. Now, I thought that these items were pretty good. I think these are worth having. This one looks crazy. The hammer, you're gonna fuck people's day up big time. Look at that. Look at that. Shit, you already know. Now this one, I'm not gonna lie, this one's probably like for people who are like real behind, or they get, you know, if they get lucky with it, they'll get the boost. Now the feather one, that's much needed. This right here, rewind that shit. That fucking red shell, bro. Like no one's business. Like no one's business right there with the red shell, and then you just grind off. That's diabolical right there. Now the the Kamek item is supposed to be like a mystery item where it's missing if everybody is driving, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool. I do like that. Now they're bringing back classics like Lightning, Bullet Bill. Let's see what else we got here. Now you got all your characters, right? You got like the main ones. Okay. Oh yeah. So this is something they kind of introduced is the smart steering. Obviously, it's the same thing we had in Mario Kart 8. Auto accelerate. Now this is probably like baby mode. You know, try get the kids kind of involved, but you know you're still gonna beat them down. This has to be like some kind of baby mode, you know, being involved with all this nonsense because it's gonna be nuts. And there's gonna be kids that are gonna want to play, right? They're gonna want to play whatever. You're gonna have your tilt controls. You're gonna have the auto muse for the items, and then the auto accelerate. Now the vertical camera and the horizontal camera, that is gonna be interesting. See, like typical stuff. We've been having this stuff already for a hot minute, but they do skip the vertical and the horizontal cameras. That's something that's interesting. I want to see. But then now, like when you're on free roam or you're between races, you can actually go to these little restaurants called Yoshi's, and you pick up a meal, which is pretty damn cool. For unlockables for like skins. I like this. I like this because they go from like regular, and then you see this fucking. Look at this, some Asian dress up, you know, fire flower, you know, get up. That's fucking cool. That's like so Asian right there. So Japanese. It's freaking cool. It's freaking cool they do these little things here. Now, everyone has a variant, so that's actually pretty nice. Look at the Lakitu. Look at this boy. Look at this Lakitu right here. Look at this thing. Now they have like the safari look. Okay. Oh well, it is Power and Bowser here, but it's still pretty cool. Now they got the Captain Toad vibe and all that. Pretty nice, man. These little additions. Now they're saying that there's gonna be more. Look at that, the Wario fucking pirate. Now that motherfucker, I already know. That's definitely worth his damn style, because then Wario's a thief. Everyone forgot that Wario's always been a thief since the beginning, about gold and shit and treasure. So damn, that fits his damn character. No joke. No joke. Now this one's crazy with the chips. That could be a nod to Texas. Let's be for real. Your Cheetos, your Lays, all that. Plano, Texas with the Frito-Lay. I'm just saying it now. That could be a real big nod to that. What the fuck is this? Ice cream? Hold on, let's look at this. Hold on 1 second. I just saw that. It's like a roast beef. Look at that. With pineapple and egg? Damn, and it's steaming? Jesus. You got the ice cream decor. Now that is pretty damn cool. I do like this. This is pretty nice. Look at this, a fucking pizza. A fucking, you know, that's the most Italian thing with the sushi. Don't forget the sushi. You see that? Fucking, it's awesome, man. Awesome. Now this part right here, when I saw this is pretty nice right here. You have a charge up jump now. Now, I wonder how high you can get this sucker in the air. But it reminds me of just like the grinding you've been usually doing in the game itself. Now wall riding's back, but this time it's everywhere. We're talking about everywhere where you can save it up, which is pretty damn cool. Pardon me, but it's pretty damn cool. Now coming back to this right here is a rewind. This is fucking weird. I heard that you can turn this off in multiplayer, or it's not going to be available, which is fine with me. Basically, it gets you to go back to certain areas, like if you want to get like a speed boost, or you missed an item, or some crap like that. You know, that's an option. Now, yeah, it does tell you. It does tell you that it will reset you, but it'll set you back in the race, because it's not going to stop the other racers. Now, I'm not going to lie. I looked everywhere for this damn cap. The Famicom cap. I can't find it. Cannot find it. It's a nice little getup though. Now, we got time trials, which is nice. It gives you something to do to kind of beat the race, and you learn the freaking map. You learn the freaking map, and you actually can use records online and actually try, you know, beat their times for other people for the certain map, or you know, whatever the fuck about that. Now these are like versus races. Now you can set up your own races. You could do like just like a 1v1, one track, whatever. Or you could just set up a whole like onslaught, 4 teams. I saw this, and this was actually pretty cool. So basically, you're all like in 4 teams. You basically just got to place, and it's like regular Mario Kart, you know, Grand Prix. You gain points as you plays in certain times. Now, obviously, balloon battle's back, same as always. But look at the reflections. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. There's a part. If you see the reflections here on the balloons, like, this game is doing stuff, man. Like, it's... this is not no, like, you know, rip-off of a, like, from 8. Like, they did some extra work on this game with the graphics, and I do appreciate it. Now, this right here, a blarg just knocked you out. That's pretty funny. Excuse me, by the way. So, now, this is something that everyone's been talking about, the free mode. Free mode, everyone's like crying, you know, what baby mode, bro? What are you gonna do? There's some people, they're freaking excited for this mode. I most likely, my ass is excited for this because look at this. Look at this right here, where it got me where Donkey Kong. This is that tree section, right? You got toads in the air. You're pretty much riding up the tree. Then you got this little river. And then you got another Yoshi restaurant. Which is pretty damn cool, you know? It's nice. You know, you got jet skis. You got the big bridge right there for Mario Kart. This right here is freaking cool. Look at that. The elephant. Is that a Shy Guy? Yeah, I think that's a Shy Guy. You got this big freaking area. It'd probably be a dust storm maybe, or tornado. You know what I mean? Like the possibility of all that is pretty nice. And even you could drive off the cliff. You could go to the edge of the world and just drive around. Now, everyone, they're saying about these new things that we're finding and they're talking about in this right here, no doubt reminds me of Galaxy, Odyssey. There's like those little, they're like, the dolls where you throw your cap, right? You have like a little obstacle to do, or a little, they're calling them missions in this game. But basically it's like a challenge, right? And it's pretty cool. The UI looks pretty sleek. But there's like a goal and you're going to collect something, or you're going to unlock something, or you set a record. Whatever. Oh, look at the mini map. You see this? Look at this. I just caught that. And I just caught him in his costume. God damn. Fucking pedal to the metal, right? Now, look at this. You know, it's a really nice detailed map. It's not like just a little course outline and then, you know. But anyways, back to the collectibles. There's coins you gotta pick up. I'm just jumping everywhere. This is just too much. There's a lot. Then you got these little activation panels you have to do. So there's like, I guess I'm thinking there's 2 of them you have to find. And then they show off the camera mode, you know. Which is nice, you know what I mean? You're doing tricks, or let's say you're in an area, you're chilling with some friends or whatever. I think that's pretty cool. You know, noting that we have all these different characters in the game now. It's pretty nice. That one looks fucking sick. So we have a level like in the sky or something. Look at this. And then you got like a pipe. You got the Mario Kart TV, you know, MKTV, the little toads. This has to be like some dragon. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot going on in this game, and I think people are thinking. Now, classic, you know, go up to 4 people, like, in one system. Been going on since, like, the original Super Nintendo. Now, they're saying up to 8 players in wireless play. So basically, you're going to be needing a copy. Good. So basically, you're going to be needing like your own copy and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Look at this. You know, we're setting everything up for the online play. The different dinosaurs. So there's not just one, there's 2, obviously. I think we saw that in the original Direct. The baby blue Yoshi. This area looks fucking cool. It's Nice. Oh yeah, and so basically in this section they're talking about the joining features of chat and all that. Friends will online, you log in, you're gonna see them on the map, begin free roam, and then I guess it's gonna just get you to their area, which is cool. They'll teleport you. But that's nice though, you know? You can just chill. Chill and have fun, drive around. I thought this was fucking smart. This is like an homage to the original, obviously, right? You know, we started with just 2D pixels. And this is what we got. You know what I mean? This is fucking awesome. The date, August 27th, 92. And if I'm correct, Mario Kart NES release date. Yeah, that's right. That's right, right there. The OG released on that date. Freaking cool. A lot of homage to the older game and, you know, the original. And for what it brought us, because now we're here, you know, we're gonna have the Switch 2, you know, another fucking coin in the background. We're not gonna talk about it, right? I bet you people are already writing down the location of these coins, because we're gonna have to go all around the map to get them. And they're probably unlockables. I always think that this truck is a freaking cool upgrade, like a cool power up or something. I don't know if you're gonna be using this in a race or something, but that's cool. You just drove around and just cause chaos, I guess. Now, this will throw me off. The camera here, they're saying that the camera could capture up to 4 faces. You know, this is going to utilize the camera and all that. And I do find that cool because, you know what? You go to a local Dave & Buster's or an arcade, anywhere that has that modern Mario Kart game that'll take a picture of your face. For those that actually go out and actually do that stuff and know what I'm talking about, this is already in here. They do this already. So I'm thinking maybe they got the idea from that, or like, all right, let's do it with the game. You got the camera, I'll do it, which is pretty cool. So it's all on one TV. This right here. This little cheap camera is doing all this. Come on now. Someone had to be coding this right or something, because this is actually pretty neat. Good use of that camera than just, you know, typical, you know, showing yourself or some gimmicks. But this right here, the massive 24 players, this is gonna be nuts. This is gonna be nuts. I'm getting this launch day. I don't care. You know, people are crying like, oh, about the price. Look, you can't afford it. You can't afford it. And I'm not a Nintendo like ambassador, you know, whatever. You know, or those partnered content creators. As a person that just loves Mario Kart, it's fucking cool. And it's gonna be amazing to get back into this. The different cars. Look at that fucking airplane. It's pretty nice. I think Mario has like a jet. But yeah, this is gonna be nuts. We got like all these huge kingdoms, huge world to go explore and play in and have fun. For everybody, you know, I think people are like, you know, underestimating Nintendo's power in the video games, but I think this is their time to shine, and I think they need to do it right coming off the bat now. These are like my actual thoughts on this stuff, because the price, someone's gonna set the fucking price. Let's be really honest, okay? Let's be honest. You know, Grand Theft Auto 6 hasn't even got a second trailer. They haven't released the date. I'm already thinking that this game is gonna be $100. How big this game is gonna be? Now, people are going to say about inflation. People are going to say about, you know, oh man, the bad Nintendo, this and that. Nintendo, I'm going to be honest with you. They're in a position to do this, but this will already be coming up. Someone in some office in some video game company has been thinking about this for a hot minute. They've been trying to make more money on video games. You know what I mean? And microtransactions go a long way into depending on what you're buying and all that shit. Because trust me, there's mobile games they make billions, and it's really dumb. It's really dumb. But people do it, right? For the love of the game. But, you know, my real talk on this is that it's up to you. Answer with your wallet. Answer if you want to get it or not. If you want to wait for a sale. It's up to you. I'm getting it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna have fun. But I do recognize and understand the sentiment from everyone else about this, you know. People do gotta remember though that this is all luxury. Okay? You know, we don't need this to live. You know, we don't live to play video games unless like you're a really good content creator and you make a lot of money out of it, then that's part of the job. But like, this is just an entertainment thing, you know. People are gonna, you know, trying to justify it in some weird way, but this is something that it's just new, shiny, and they're gonna take an opportunity, and it's gonna be $80 for this particular game. Now, I do see that they're going to be charging different prices and different stuff. You know, Donkey Kong's going to be like $70, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, people need to realize this now that, you know, companies are going to, they're just going to do what they're going to do. The thing is, though, what on Nintendo, they never have a sale unless, like, it's on their store. And that's it. It is maybe $5, maybe. They're like, okay, we'll let you slide. We'll let you slide, you know, all that kind of nonsense. But other than that, that's it. You know what I mean? That's pretty damn it, because those Nintendo properties, they always stay that certain price. Even resale value, like, you know, you can't. It'll be rough to find some cheaper price out there. There's always somebody, you know, selling it at a competitive rate for these games, you know. So this is something that we're just gonna have to wait and see. I can see justifying this if you could play a lot with friends, or just play online. The fact that the online is not gonna be that bad, but that's something that we're just gonna have to wait and see on release. If there's gonna be like a stock issue as well. I've been hearing that it's not, so I don't know. But all I know is, whoever does get this, let's just have fun and let's just enjoy this good time of Super Mario Kart World. But that's all I got on it, man. I think it's awesome. I can't wait. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be crazy. I hope it's not a crazy launch. I hope it just goes smooth. I pick up on one without an issue or get robbed or something like that. Some stupid shit like that. But yeah. All right, that's all I got. Until next time. Right now I'm working on my project for the Grand Theft Auto the Lost Dam. The Lost and Dam, my bad. I'm already finishing up on it. This is gonna come out today. That is the 17th. But yeah. Till next time. Peace.